going to take the Supersonicwake out again today, and I thought we'd take it out with something else. And the boat most people seem to like when we do a pole or whatever is the Impulse. I mean, it's actually a really good boat. Probably the Impulse and the Pursuit are my two favorites actually, because they're both fast. They don't have any handling issues. You can just drop them in the water, have fun with them, bring it back and wipe it off. There's never much to do to them. And this will do about the same speed as my 12S Supersonicwake is doing, and this is all standard, apart from that, our prop and our stuff on the back, of course. I think it's got standard motor. Yeah, it is standard motor. It's got one of our 175 amp speed controllers. Must have blew up the firmware at some point. This one's got a wire drive in it too. I haven't used it for a while, so I forget what's what. I'm going to have to run two 3S packs in there, which is good because I haven't ran a 3S pack in a little while, so it's good to use them. What I might do is just do what I did on the other one the other day in Supersonicwake and just see how flat it is. I can actually feel it with my finger. It's a bit lumpy. You can see the gel coat has cracked too. But hey, at least it's fiberglass, it's not plastic, so I'll sand a little bit and just see if there's any lumps in there. I mean, I can feel there are, so we'll do that. Look how cheap I am. I'm not even using a new bit of sandpaper. Let's see what we've got here. Oh yeah, you can see straight away there. I shall put the finer one on. Oh yeah, there's a low point there, Pretty easy to see, isn't it? I've got to pick up here, so I've got to be a bit careful around there when I do that side. But yeah, it's definitely got high and low points. I mean, I wouldn't blame Proboat too much for that. It's just pretty normal. Nothing's going to be perfect unless you actually do this sort of stuff. Well, you can really see the high points here. Like, I've got it nice and smooth now. I can't feel anything there, but that's how high it was. It took the black gel coat out just to get that flat. Once you start on this, you kind of create a bit of a monster, because now I'm feeling along here, it's, you know, like the mountain ranges here. It's rough as. Before I compared it to that, I didn't even really notice it. So I don't know, I'm thinking maybe get a piece of wood, maybe a bit fatter than this maybe, just so I can fit it in there. I don't want to be touching here and here. And then when I do this side, I'm going to have to be careful, go around here. But yeah, if it's taken that much height out, it was definitely way out, eh? Well, that's what I ended up with. Just for in here, I just turned this over on the side and did that. I'm just using some like 120 and 180. So I'm only using the weight of it really. I'm not really pressing hard at all to get down to this level. But I mean, it doesn't look very good, but I can tell you, if you close your eyes and run your hand over that, it is smooth as. So, I mean, I can't be hurting it. It might be hurting the looks, but I think it can only be an improvement. I didn't bother doing up here. You can see the gel coat's all cracked there as well. Because when the boat's going fast, if this much of the boat is in the water, it's not running right. You know, it's running too wet. So there's no real point me worrying about that. When it's going slow, obviously that is, but that's not going to affect anything. When it's over, you know, if it's doing 50 mile an hour, none of that should be touching the water anyway. So yeah, I don't know, I think I'll just spray some clear on it, because I don't know, you know, what happens, because this is obviously just that's your fiberglass there. This was the gel coat. So maybe you guys could tell me. Paint Dave, guy from Canada, who always comments on my videos. You're a paint guy, tell me what I should do here. But yeah, I'll probably just whack some clear on that, let it dry and take it out. But it does feel so much better. It scares me now, because now I've done it to that one, my second favourite boat. It means I've got to do it to my most favourite boat. What's this one feel like? There's no cracked gel coat on there like this one is. I can feel a little bit. That side I actually, you know what the camera can see here. That side there, I actually can't feel any waviness. But here a little bit I can. Although that's all dirty there, maybe if I clean that. Yeah, right, there's a definite difference between the layup of that, or the, you know, the finish of that and this. I don't know if I will do this. I really can't feel much at all, just a tiny bit, but I reckon if I clean that muck off there, it might not even be there. You can see the difference in the two hulls. This one's got a sharp edge here, and this one's round. Yeah, right. It's got the same amount of, I think these are called strakes, aren't they? Same amount of them. This one comes maybe a touch further back. They're similar though, there's not much difference there. These ones maybe stick out a little bit more than these. They've got sharp edges, whereas these are rounder. I've got my camera on my chest here, and I can't see the screen. I don't know what you can see and what you can't. But yeah, they're similar boats, they're about the same size, but they, yeah, basically this one's all rounded on the bottom, whereas that one's sharp. Yeah. Anyway, I think I will just leave this after I clean it. Now, one thing that I found with this that I need to adjust that is really important. I noticed when I was sanding here, I took a little bit off of there, a little bit off of there, and there. And what it was is the trim tab. I don't think I would have missed it when I put them on, but maybe they've just moved a little bit. I've fixed this one now. It was hanging down just a little bit, and you cannot have that. This one wasn't, so he's got nothing off, so he's fine. So I've loosened the screw there and, you know, pushed him up, but I haven't touched this one yet. You cannot have that. Like, look, can you see this? That is hitting on there. So, and that's what that one was doing there until I loosened it and pushed it up. You cannot have a sharp edge catching the water as you're going. That'll just pull the nose down. So that's a good thing for you guys to check. Yeah, I'm really surprised it was like that. But if you just chuck them in and just bolt them up, and without holding it up here like I do, but if you don't do that, yours could even be worse than that. So definitely check that on all your. I actually think what happened is, I've had this boat for a couple of years now, and the hull is just squashed in a little bit, like, you know, the fiberglass is just squashed in a bit, because none of them were that tight. You know, they weren't as tight as I would have them when I've done them up, so they've moved a little bit. I took one off so you can see our trim tabs have a slot in them, so you've got a little bit of movement up and down that you know, for your adjustment. So make sure they're just pushed all the way up. If you reckon there's still clearance, you know, if you reckon there's still gonna hit there, you know, you got a few options. Obviously you can ream the hole out a little bit bigger, just run the next size drill through it and put some silicone on your bolts, or you could just shave a little bit off that sharp edge there if you wanted to. But yeah, just make sure they're fitted on the bottom there. I actually just took a little bit off of there, just on the grinder. You could do it with a file. Just took the sharp edge off there so it's round. So if something like that was to happen again, it's not going to be as damaging to the performance if it's a rounder edge. If I can just say one more thing just to help you out a little bit when you put these things on, when you try and screw it on, it kind of drags the trim down a little bit. The easiest way to do it is do them up like 90%, and then don't worry where they are, just do the nut and bolt up like 90%, and then tap it down, because you're trying to screw it in from here. You're trying to hold the nut from the inside, and you're trying to push this down at the same time. You know, it's just so hard. So it's probably something everybody knows anyway, like a no-brainer thing, but you know, somebody might get some use out of that information. But that's just all trim tabs, not just these. Now I'm just going to spray some clear on here and put it in the sun for a while. Alright, so we got the Supersonicwake with the 730 kV TP 4090 motor, 300 amp speed controller on 12S with the 5514 prop, and the Impulse 32 with our CSS kit back on the back, 6S. It's actually got a wire drive in it as well. We've had it in there for about 3 months because we can't get it out, can't get the screws out of the joiner on the motor. We've now changed those to collets, so you can't, that doesn't happen, but we'll just keep running this till we break it. Trouble with not getting out is you can't grease it, so surely it's only going to matter of time before it lets go. And I painted the bottom, or just gave it a couple of coats of clear. It all looks okay. Let's see what we get. They should be about the same speed, similar. Around 100 k's an hour. There was a big stick floating over there, but it seems like it's gone now, so let's go from here. Ready? Yep. Alright, go. A bit too close for comfort.
Did for me.
This one picks up fast.
Yeah.
I could like get out your way quick. Same thing again.
Yep.
You go and I'll...
Right, ready?
Yep.
That was close.
I know. There's like a magnet toward yours.
Yeah.
Let's come back this way fast then. Yep. Whoa!
Oh, that was cool. Whoa, landed though.
Ooh, lucky. Must
Tumbled.
have been all that sanding on the bottom. Made it good.
Made it slippery.
I don't know. Yeah. Normally it lands on its roof, so let's do the same thing again. Let's come a bit closer to this side.
You?
Or I'll go on this closer side, and you go in the middle more. It's not going out of range again. Alright, so we got it back. It's not the first time this has happened to this. Just unplug the batteries, plug them back in, and it comes good again. Do you reckon you should go and stand over there so you're closer to it?
I think I might, yeah.
Okay. Do you want me? All right. Wow, mine's sitting good. Maybe that sanding did do something, because that is really nice. So I was just saying how good it was sitting, Brock. It's one of those days. it died again. Oh, better get it. Yeah. Now what we're going to do, try and put a different radio or a different receiver in there maybe, because that's not working. Yeah, please don't go over there. This is me trying not to crash it.
It's good that boat in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.